Welcome to Tea and Cornbread, a conversation with Sean and Tracy, where warmth, wisdom, and community come together. Just like a good meal shared with loved ones, our podcast brings heartfelt conversations with incredible people who are making a difference.
We spotlight community leaders, change makers, and everyday heroes who uplift, encourage, and support those around them. Grab a cup of tea, pull up a chair, and join us as we share inspiring stories, real talk, and a whole lot of love. Because when we come together, we nourish more than just our bodies, we feed our souls.
All right.
Well, hello. Welcome, everyone, to Tea and Cornbread with Sean and Tracy. We have two very special guests that we're going to be talking with, Lynetta and Rhonda, today. They are going to help us improve ourselves, educate ourselves. Welcome, my sisters.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Sean, how are you doing?
Awesome. Mother's Day was this weekend, but it was also my
Yes.
grandbaby's third birthday. So we spent it at the what do you call it? Monster truck show.
Nice.
Had a great time.
Ladies, how were your weekends this weekend? Do anything special or?
For me, I did. It's my first Mother's Day without my mother.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so we got together and celebrated and honored that woman. It was an awesome,
Yes.
amazing time. And I will say I'm truly grateful about the outreach that I got yesterday from all of my friends checking up on me to see how I was doing. And let me tell you, I had
Nice.
an incredible day yesterday. A girl was not tripping. I was good.
Okay. That's awesome. And that's awesome because our first are always the hardest, believe it or not. I
I've
don't
been
care how old
told.
you are.
I've
Yes,
been
that
told, but it
they
was
are
wasn't
always
hard at
hard.
all.
Nice. I'm glad to hear that. Rhonda, what you do that was special or that you would like to share with us?
Had lunch with my mother and her husband, and then my mom and I went to one of our favorite spots, had a drink, just the two of us. And I kept asking
Nice.
her what she wanted for Mother's Day, and she goes, "Can you just come over and help me with stuff around the house? I don't need anything else." She was so excited yesterday when I paired her new phone with her car, so she can do hands free.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice. See, it's the little things. It does
The
not have
little
to be
thing.
anything,
it is. It is.
extravagant. It's really just the little things. That's all we want, you know?
It
I
doesn't
what did I
take.
do? I chilled out too. I went out with family. We went to dinner, so nice and quiet. Like I said, I don't need anything big and fancy.
Yeah.
Except when I go buy my Mercedes Benz next year for my birthday. But
All
anyway.
right. Happy early birthday, young lady.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna first. Sean's gonna get us into our breathing technique, and then we'll get right into conversation with you, ladies.
All
Awesome.
right.
All right. So what I like to do is I like to have us all just rub our hands together. If you have essential oils, then great. If not, we're gonna rub our hands together to conjure up some energy so that we are brought into this space so that we can focus on the conversation today. And then we're going to take 3 deep inhale breaths, one at a time. We're going to inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 4, and then we're going to exhale for 5 to 7. And we'll do that 3 times. If you get a little lightheaded, it's okay. That's bringing oxygen to the brain, and you should be fine. All right, let's do it. So we're inhaling our intent for this conversation, and we're exhaling anything that doesn't serve us. One more.
Yeah.
Another reason why we do this is to calm our nerves. All right. So I am super excited about this conversation because this conversation is about a workshop that's going to be happening, and it's called Discover Your Soul's True Calling: 3 Steps to Finally Feel Fulfilled. And we have the 2 hosts that's going to talk to us about what this is all about and who this event is for and why. okay, and what you're going to get back from it. But before we do that, I want to introduce them. So we have Rhonda Racich, is a highly accomplished professional athlete, speaker, and coach with a lifetime of competitive experience in team and individual sports at the highest level. She is a 15-time U.S. national racquetball champion, 4-time U.S. Open champion, 6-time Pan American gold medalist, and 2-time world champion, and currently sits as the most decorated U.S. racquetball athlete in history. Woo! Yes, racquetball is a
Awesome.
lost
Awesome.
sport. You know, my grandmother used to play racquetball.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So come on. So tell us a little bit more about yourself.
I mean, you pretty much covered it. I hit for a living.
You hit for a living. I love it.
But it's been, you know, my philosophy my entire life since I was a little kid, that life is a mirror for sport and sport is a mirror for life. And when I say that I have been through it on and off the court, that's massive understatement, as Ms. Lynetta would know. But there's so many things that I learned through my athletic journey that certainly translated to life. A lot of really difficult times and a lot of really exciting, you know, once in a lifetime moments as well. So I've definitely lived a very full life. I have been blessed to be able to take something away from every experience that I've had. And from all of the near death experiences I have had, the only reason I can figure out that I'm still alive is that I'm meant to be here to serve others. I've gone through these things so that I can share these things, so that others don't have to go through the level of stuff that I've gone through, to at least get that kind of a glimmer of information or tool or perspective or whatever it is that can, you know, hopefully make their life a little bit better, without having to go through the depths that I've gone through to learn those things. So, like I said, I'm here to be a servant CEO and serve all that I can with all that I've got. And every single day is a new opportunity to learn and a new opportunity to share.
I love it. I love it.
Awesome. A servant CEO. I love it. Awesome. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. And her co-host is Lynetta Marshall. Yay.
Yay.
Now, Lynetta is one of my friends. We met a few years ago, and it's just been a great journey. I'm loving how you are just becoming this world-renowned coach. And you have the receipts to prove it. So Lynetta Marshall is known as a dream architect. With her heart-centered coaching style, she helps purpose-driven people not just dream about a better life, but actually build and live it. As a dream architect, she guides purpose-driven people past the fears and doubts holding them back so that they can create a life full of joy and success, living as their highest self with grace and ease. And I want to say, and in 2023, her work earned her the title of Transformational Coach of the Year with the Brave Thinking Institute. So yay! Come on,
awesome.
Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I am blessed and honored to be amongst the greatness in this Zoom room, I must say, and you beautiful people that are going to watch and hear this. So thank you very, very much. But similar to Rhonda and trying to follow after her, Jesus Christ, how am I going to do that? I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. But simply put, just like Rhonda, you know, I've been through some crap. You know, I had someone ask me recently, because I'm a coach, and thinking my life is all rosy. I'm like, baby, please. No, why you think I have some coaches? Trust and believe. But with that said, I found out what my purpose was a handful of years ago while I was going through crap and learning and getting through it and realizing serving others. And I want everybody to win at life, because I know no one can tell me that we were not created to win. How can we live effortlessly, which is what we were designed to do? And if there is anything that I can do to cut somebody's time, from where they are now to where they really should be and get there sooner than later, you don't have to wait like me. I'll be 60 this year. You don't have to wait that long
Awesome.
to live a life of joy. So I'm here to help people fast track.
Okay.
Nice.
Let me
Nice.
share with you the things that I know that work, and let me share with you the things not to do that I know don't work to save you time.
All
Because at
right.
any point in time in your life, you can receive the gold. You
Okay.
can.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
So I'm here to help people be a champion at living,
Nice.
Awesome.
not
Awesome.
sleepwalking through life, but living life.
Living.
Mm,
Big difference.
mm.
There is a big difference. There is a big
Yeah.
difference. All right. All right. So listen, I've won. I'm gonna have a couple questions. Me and Tracy are gonna just bounce back and forth. Tracy,
Mhm.
jump in when you're ready to jump in.
Okay.
But I want to know, how did you guys pair up?
You want me to go, Rhonda? You go, mhm. So Rhonda and I paired up after she attended one of my workshops.
Okay.
She attended my workshop called Romance Your Finances, How to Have Money Chase and Catch You. Pretty sexy, y'all. It's a hot workshop. I'm going to do it
Okay.
again soon.
Okay.
And with that being said, we had a conversation. I resonated with her, and she actually became my client. And she took my Cultivate Financial Freedom program. And so that's how we met. In the midst of coach-client relationship, we just totally vibed off each other. And then I learned about this amazing human being who she is, and also understanding that she's also a coach, not just an athlete in sport and in the world in life, but she's also a performance and mindset coach. And so then not only was she my client, I also became her client.
Oh,
All
wow.
right. All right.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
became her client, and we jokingly talked about one day we're going to do something together. And here we are today.
Here you go. Here you
Yeah,
go.
that's how
Awesome.
we met. Did I
Awesome.
leave anything out, Rhonda?
No, and it's all of this has transpired in less than a year.
Yeah,
Oh,
Less than a year.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But
oh,
right off the bat though, I mean, I felt like I have a very, very, very selective small circle that I consider my top 5 favorite people on the planet. She made the top 5 within the first, week or so. Like the first offline conversation we had, I'm like, oh, you're like my sib from another crib. You just,
see?
feel like we go all the way back already. Like,
And that's
hey, I know
special.
you already. Yeah, it was
That
that.
that's special.
It's just that it was just that kind of immediate connection and as you said, vibe. And I'm like, I think we have a lot of greatness to share with the world, I think.
We
That's
do.
nice.
Here we are.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Do tell us one thing that I want to know. Like, Lynetta, you already said you're in a room of greatness, and that's how I feel talking to you and Rhonda. I'm already empowered, and I've just heard the snippet of what you ladies bring to the table. I haven't even been in a room with you yet. So, do tell who are these classes for? Or is there anyone in particular that these classes are for?
Yes. So first of all, there's two things. Purpose-driven people, and we'll share with you what purpose-driven means for both of us. And then people who are spiritual, okay? Because what Rhonda and I have in common is we have many things in common, but our coaching style and technique, and I say it's my hot sauce, because sometimes you don't have to put hot sauce on every chicken wing, but it does taste good when it's on the right chicken wing. And for me, and for me, if you believe that there's an entity in whatever name you want to call it
Hmm.
that woke you up, not your alarm clock, but that woke you up, that has your heart beating and the blood flowing through your veins, then you're the right person. Okay.
Okay.
Because I am very much so deeply rooted in helping people strengthen their spiritual foundation. And I have found that that's the key. And I call it my soul sync method to align spirit first, then mind, then body. That's my triangle on how I do it. And then also, this particular workshop is for purpose driven people, meaning that, and Rhonda can talk about this more about inspiring and motivating, because that's not what we do. It's for people, when I say purpose, I mean, there's something more and you're willing to do the work. You may not know what it is, but you purposely are being intentional about wanting and desiring something different than what you have today. You may not know how. That's what we come in to show you the how and take the shortcut. But living on purpose, not being lackadaisical, not being lazy, that's not who we attract and that's not who we serve because we don't drag. We get to love on folks. That's my
Okay.
term. I get to love on you. So that's who we
So you
work with.
gotta come ready to work on you, most
Absolutely.
importantly.
Absolutely.
And it's how do I say the word I'm looking for? Well, basically you just gotta come in and want to put in the work. I gotta want to develop myself.
Yeah. You
Okay.
want more
Okay.
and you're willing to put the action behind the want and
Yes.
the desire. You got to be
Okay.
willing to do that. So Rhonda, what about you, baby? When we knowing that we work with purpose driven people, sweetheart.
Yeah, very much in alignment with everything that she just said. I also add, I'll add this to kind of my criteria of the people I usually work with is, um, I've been asked, oh, so you're a motivational speaker, you're a motivational coach. I'm like, no, that's not what I do. I mean, motivation and inspiration will happen organically, but that's not my purpose. My purpose is to elevate you. I want to get you from where you're at to where you want to be, but I can't do that for you. I can share, we can map it out together. I can give you tools, I can give you perspectives, I can give you, a multitude of things to assist you on that journey, but ultimately you're still the one walking your walk and you've got to know where you want to go and I will help you get there, or I will help you discover exactly, some clarity what that is. And I know Lynetta does the same thing because she did it for me. um, but I don't like being labeled a motivational coach because, like I said, that's not my purpose. That will occur during serving my purpose of like I said, being a servant CEO and helping to elevate the individual. And I have a very, very simple criteria for those that I work with, and that is show up, do the work, and communicate. That's it. That's it. If I can't do any of those things for you, those are the three things that you've got to do for yourself if you were going to move from where you are in any direction that you want to be. And I'm if you're not already motivated, I am not the one for you. If you're not already,
She's not lying, y'all. She not.
No. But I love your honesty. I love both of you ladies being honest and upfront, because if you're not being honest with the people who are going to be taking these classes, what is the point? If I'm not understanding why I'm going into this, what is the point? You're going to be wasting your time and I will be wasting my time. And that's not what we want to do. That's not what you ladies want to do. I know for sure. But I love your honesty. I love you setting goals. You're saying, hey, this is what you got to come with. And if this is not what you want to do not come to this class. Not in a mean way, but being just honest, just being honest and positive. It has to work for you. Yes.
Absolutely.
And when you think about that too, it's like being raw from the beginning and being upfront from the beginning with anybody will give them the room to really make the right choice for them. You know what I mean? To see if this is really for them and if they can take it. Because, sometimes when people are straight out, like, no, you have to come, like you said, you have to show up, do the work, and communicate, right? And if you're coming lackadaisical and so on and so forth, anybody can take your money, right? You can take your money, but not all money is good money, especially when you feel like it's going to be a waste of time. You're not going to serve the person in the way that they need to be served, or they don't understand the way that they need to be served, so that's great. And being very honest with people. And, sometimes people can't take it,
It's so
and,
true.
right.
And just aren't ready.
They can't.
Right.
Some people just aren't ready. They know that they want something to change. They know that they want a shift. But then when they are faced with the opportunity to have paths to choose from and clarity to uncover and a destination that was just sort of an ethereal thought at some point, and now it's like, oh, but you're on the train now. They're like, oh, wait, where's this train going? I don't know.
Hold on, pump the brakes, right?
Yeah,
I thought I was ready, but I'm not.
And I want to pipe in there, and that's why we love what we do, because we both realize, because it's happened to us, it still happens to me. It still happens to Rhonda. The good news is that we have the tools so we can maneuver when life is lifing and shows up and you're on that highway of life, that journey of life, and you hit a pothole and you just busted up your tires and you need some new rims, right? Like, we know how to exit off of that highway, go where we need to go, fix what we need to fix, and then I should say adjust and shift what we need to. And I course corrected myself because I'm a true proponent of nobody needs to be fixed. because nobody is
Okay.
broken.
Right.
The only thing that's different is you lost your way. That's
Okay,
all it
hold
is.
on.
You
Hold
either
on.
lost your way or you don't know what you don't know, and you just don't know you don't know
You
it.
don't know it,
Because you're
right?
not, you don't.
Reverse. I need you
Mm.
to reverse, right?
Yeah.
Because that's a statement that some people just really need to know,
Yeah.
that you are not broken.
You are not
Thank you.
broken.
You're not
You
broken.
do not need to be fixed. I'm going to go in
Mhm.
closer. There is absolutely nothing wrong
Wrong
with
with
you.
you.
You
Absolutely.
simply just don't know what you don't know, and you don't
Absolutely.
know you don't know it because you were born with a clean slate with brilliance and genius. Unfortunately, life happened, experience happened, which created perspectives, which created beliefs. We've all been conditioned, we've all been programmed, and we're here to decondition you and deprogram you to remind you of the greatness as to why you were here, which is to live abundantly.
Right.
It's our birthright. And so we provide you with the tools to where you can live effortlessly. We weren't supposed to struggle. And that was one of the big aha moments when I was in my deep, dark place and working with the coach in January of 2019, when my world was totally turned upside down in 2018 and I was a freaking hot mess. Freaking hot mess. Lost the house, lost the fiance, lost the career, lost the money, and the biggest thing that I lost was myself, and I didn't even
Mm.
freaking know it.
Right.
Mm.
I'm
Right.
living in
Mm.
a state of victimhood, forgetting how powerful I am, and not owning the fact that I created a lot of all that. And
Mm.
we are co creators, and we help support individuals, allowing people to realize that you are greatness. You were born with that clean slate. And what might be getting your way is fear, is doubt, is worry. I'm not good enough. That was my big one.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm not deserving. I'm not lovable. You know, why does they get all the joy and the happiness and the fulfillment in life? Why is this happening to me? And it doesn't happen to you, it happens through you. Life happens through you so
Through
you
you.
can work through it to get on the other side so you can thrive and live in your greatness.
Absolutely.
That's what we provide people with, the tools.
Yeah.
Those
That's what I was gonna
roadblocks.
say.
Yeah,
Yes.
we provide you with the tools,
Okay.
and we support you and coach you through the process when you're applying the tools. Heighten the mindset, Brian, the awareness. At the end of the day, you
Mhm.
can't change something you're not aware of to change. How can you transform something
Oh
Right.
my
if you're not
goodness.
aware? So we heighten your awareness.
I
I'm
love it.
gonna I'm gonna take that one step further based on something Lynetta just said. She said nothing happens to you, it happens through you. I'm gonna dare to take that one step further and say nothing happens to you, it happens for you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm.
And
Okay.
that was the biggest lesson that I got from one of my own experiences of getting jumped from behind by two guys with brass knuckles. They shattered the right side of my face. My eyeball almost fell out. I had to have
Mm.
facial reconstructive surgery, and 6 weeks later, I won my first world title. 37 pounds underweight, not allowed to eat solid food, and not allowed to sleep lying
Wow.
down yet.
Wow.
Mm.
So,
Amazing.
so
Mhm.
when the subject of limit sprint comes up,
Mhm.
miss me with that, because
Yes.
I
Yes.
know how much limits are self-imposed. I know how much limits are self-imposed, and I know that therefore we have the power to unimpose them upon ourselves.
Yep.
That was the biggest lesson I got from that experience. Nothing happens to you, happens for you, because I'm still in excruciating pain this moment. On a scale of 1 to 10, my pain is about a 37 today.
Mm.
And it's been
Wow.
like that since the attack. It just is what it is. But you know what? My daily pain is my daily reminder of everything that I have to be grateful for. Because as much pain as I'm in, that experience gave me more than it took from me. And for that, again, like I said, I'm still here for a reason. And if it's not to serve others, I don't know what else it could be. So that's how I'm choosing to use, that and all the other experiences that I've had similar to Lynetta. We've both been in dark places multiple times. We've
Mhm.
both been
Yes.
in our own personal hells multiple times. But here we are, and for where she is now from where she was then in 2019, when all those things were hitting at the same time, look where she's at now. All of that
Right.
happened for her. We wouldn't be on this lovely podcast with you fine ladies today if it wasn't for that experience that she took upon herself to learn from, grow from, and blossom from.
And turn it around. And I love the conversation that we're having because this is not textbook. This is real
Right.
life.
This is real
And
life.
that's what makes it so much more meaningful. This is what makes people want to be in your class and listen to you. You're not telling me something that you read about. You're not telling me about someone else's experience. You're kind of talking to me, the confidence and feeling like I'm less than, or why me, and why are they winning and I'm not? You know what I'm saying? So what I also hope to, that other women gain from this is just that. We are worthy. We are lovable. We are. It's there. We just got to remember that. Um, we awesome. You
We
ladies
are
are awesome.
awesome. We
Yeah.
just
You,
we
I'm just,
we
wow.
unfortunately put our faith in the thing that isn't aligned with the thing we say how we desire to live our life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's why I
Mm-hmm.
really love working with people to strengthen what I call their faith muscle, because the beliefs that we have aren't tangible, right? Think
Right.
about this. You guys
Faith.
gonna love this analogy. You're gonna love it. This is hot. This is
Yeah.
hot. This is hot.
Watch out. Let's get
Y'all
ready.
ready? Y'all ready?
Hold on. Hold on.
Okay, this is hot. But no, think about it. This is
No.
an example of how I can prove to you, for every person that's listening, that you do have faith. But do you know how to have intentional faith and how to work through and how to use it and how to really sink in? Think about this. Any of you ladies ever gone to a restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You've had a waiter, server come to your table, you place your order.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did you not expect that your food would come to you the way you asked for it to be served?
Yes.
Did you not have faith that what came
Yeah.
out of your
Yes.
mouth was going to actualize in reality in physical form?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't tell me you don't know how to have faith.
Right.
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 So we place our order to the world all the time, but what is the
Hmm.
order that you're placing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
People don't
Okay.
pay attention to what they're saying. They don't pay attention to their feelings. They don't pay attention to that still small voice inside. And in this workshop, one of the things that we go deeper is, well, how do I know what my calling is, my purpose? What is it? Well, we'll share with you what are two big signals that the universe is giving you all the time to
Okay.
get your attention. Because see, sometimes we hard headed. See, the universe is
Mm.
sweet and kissing you on the cheek and tapping you on your shoulder. But sometimes we got to get hit upside the head with a two by
Yanking
four
them off. Get off
to
me.
get our attention. You too
Yeah.
cute. We want you to maintain cuteness. We don't want the two by four upside the head. How do you learn to listen to that whisper? Because it's a
Yeah.
gentle whisper wanting your attention, saying, hey, in this area of life, you want a deeper, richer relationship. Hey, you want the financial abundance. Hey, you want the career to where you're going to work, but it doesn't feel like a job. Hey, you want the health and the well being where you wake up with vitality and vibrant energy. You desire to have all that. But how do you know that that's what you are desiring? And we show you what are the signals that you get for free, because
Mm-hmm.
the universe is giving us these signals all the time. We just don't know what those
That's
signals
what it is.
are and
Yeah.
what to do with those signals. And so that's one of the things we'll walk you through. How do you recognize when your soul is talking to you? I call it your soul's language,
Mm.
because it's talking to you all the time. How do you do that? What is it? We show you that.